go. So, oh, that's so cool. So the question is, can I make the stuff that doesn't sell on the shop, can I convert it back to fabric scraps and then make patchwork and then make something that it will sell? Good morning. I am trying my best to rescue everything in the shop. This pair of jeans, I got them very, very, very cheap, practically nothing, in the thrift store I got to. The reason why is because they stretch and they're not selling like the normal jeans would. So the idea is chop them off, make them back to fabric scraps, make them back to patchwork fabric, and then make them back to some items that will sell. Easy. Now I have jeans of different colors. I have 4 or 5 of them, different color of blues and a black one, which I think is gonna give me some really cool materials to work with. In the mix, I am gonna throw some of these patchwork fabrics that I go on a trip to Maastricht with my daughter on a weekend. And I absolutely love this Japanese manga side of thing. Some of it might not be very appropriate, so I need to have a look at the designs. And then these beautiful flowers. I also have this lovely H&M top kind of dress that I bought purely for the fabric. I do that quite a lot actually. This is actually machine stitch, I would have thought, but it's cotton and it's machine stitch looking like boro. I love me some boro. Then I have this big chunk of denim that I got from Gideon thrift store. It still has the label here. So I just pulled the roll that was on. It's quite a lot of fabric in here. So I'm thinking, and it's fairly heavy. So I'm gonna cut some of this fabric and help myself with these 2 plus all the denim. And then as accents, I'm gonna put some of this too. The idea is to make the biggest piece of fabric that I can. And then from there, we're gonna see what I can make for the shop. I have an idea of the products, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Anyway, I wanted to show you one bag that I made without you. I cheated on you. I didn't think you wanted to see the same thing over and over again. This is a sample of leather and fabric combination of a patchwork. I did like a 50-50 at the back and I put the pocket and I kind of did the 50-50 horizontally. And this one, let me see if I can do it without messing around the microphone. This one is a really cool size to go for most people as a crossbody. Yeah, I think it's a really, really nice crossbody bag. I noticed that obviously the taller you are, the shorter the handles are, but I kind of think this is a good size. So yeah, another cool patchwork bag. Right, I'm coming here because I prefer to be in the shop. The sewing room needs some really nice carpet or something to keep it a little bit warmer. And the problem is I can't really put curtains in the windows because this is where the light comes from. So I don't know how I'm gonna keep this warmer. I mean, I wish you can touch my fingers now. I'm cold. So I think I'm gonna make myself a coffee. It's kind of late, so it will be a decaf. And I stop talking and I start cutting. So here we are sat at the back of the shop, and this is what my little desk looks like right now. So let's start chopping the legs. I just put the heater right by me because I'm cold. Oh, I need to get myself sorted out because it is getting a bit cold in here. Right, let's chop this leg off. I'm gonna keep the pockets at the back and at the front. Oh, don't tell me, I already start cutting the pocket. Just the tiniest bit, savable. Right, let me bring the pocket up. I thought it was feeling a little bit too chunky. Right, I can feel that's the pocket at the back, so I'm just gonna go this way. Right, so of these trousers, I have this leg already, so that's one. This one is smaller, I don't know if this was, it's a kid size, Sarah. I don't know if this was given to me. Look at how much stretch there is. It's quite a lot. Obviously, I was thinking if I was to do something that doesn't require stretch, then I'm gonna obviously line it somehow or put some kind of interfacing iron on or stitch it to something. I still don't know. At the moment, I'm just giving myself some fabric from the jeans, all different colors. And I started thinking, I really like this one. Look at how cool this is with all these details. I like it. So I need to make scrap fabrics to make a fabric to use the scrap again. It's a full cycle. So let's open this leg. Okay, I quite like this, but what I might do is to put some fabric underneath and cut some of these threads or maybe stitch them on the fabric underneath somehow. But I think I might still use this fabric somehow. Let's get ourselves some pieces so we can start working. Okay, so I cut both legs of each of the trousers because I got a little bit busy in the shop, so I decided to stay here. And I cut a little bit of the fabric, the labels, a little bit of the fabric of the shirt from H&M, this one. I still have the top of the shirt because I might want to do something with it. I don't know. I chopped a few pieces of this manga fabric. It's really cute, and I have to really read it because I thought it was going to be very risque, but the most risque part is this sexy lady. But other than that, it's fine. So anyway, these lovely blossoms always remind me of Van Gogh painting. One of my favorite ones. It's like sky blue, and then all the blossoms, gorgeous. This is a little bit darker, of course, but yeah. So this is what we've got. We've got quite a lot in here, and I'm mixing them all up like this because I'm gonna be doing, we're gonna go to the sewing room in a minute, but I'm basically gonna be working in a very random kind of pattern sort of thing. I have 4 colors of denim and 3 cotton pieces of fabric. I chopped different sizes, different ways, very, very large pieces like this one. I might still chop it again. And smaller pieces. Some of them are still quite big, so I might still chop them up. But let's go to the sewing room. Take all of this. Hopefully they're not going to fall off. Yeah, let's go. If you've seen any of my patchworks, you would know that I generally don't know where to start. You know, let's start from this guy because he's the only guy that has some kind of drawing that is worth keeping an eye on. So I'm gonna start by just attaching it to something and making some fabric. So we're just gonna sew. Because I'm gonna be obviously cutting after I've done the pieces, I'm not gonna go going forwards and backwards on the pieces, on the sewing, forwards and backwards. Okay, so these 2 are here. So let's go and put this guy here, which is different blue. So basically the idea, the way I build these kind of panels is, when you saw me cutting off, I don't cut with a ruler to start with. But the idea of sewing this pattern, these panels, is to just combine the colors that I have, and any interesting shapes that I like, I go for it. Having said that, I would like to wear, to have these flowers poking in some of the holes, like this one, for instance. So I have, it's almost like a patch, really. This is the original hole, and I'm thinking I might stitch some of it and then cut. I should cut it after, I think. Okay, you know what? There's no time like the present. So all I'm gonna do, this is the hole. I'm just gonna really patch it. I'm not even gonna pin it. I'm just gonna go for it. Because exact science is not my sewing. Or my sewing is not exact science. This one I do go forwards and backwards because, yeah, I know that this machine can keep the needle down now, but I forgot to do it. I should, never mind. It's funny when I get, when I don't record for a few days, I feel so rusty. It's a weird, it's very weird. Okay, so this is what I wanted to do. The patch is a lot bigger than the hole here. I should have really cut it here. I might still do that actually. Let's cut that like that. And then with the scissors, there, underneath my pile. First thing I'm going to do is cut all of the threads. I did saw a video one day on YouTube, not long ago actually, and well, that means anything. The video could be old, and somebody was doing look at this. Ta-da! So, oh, that's so cool. I like it. It's like a window to flowers. I'm gonna cut it around here though. So I still have, yeah, I'm gonna cut it like that. And a little bit of that stitching here because I like it. So maybe this could be one of my start pieces of a new blog. I kind of work a little bit like, how you call it? Log cabin blog. Yeah, I was saying that I saw this person fixing a pair of jeans, I think it was, or a jacket. And it will basically, it was a Japanese mending person. And it was basically adding more threads to the threads I just cut. And then using it to go forwards and backwards with the threads on the machine. With the colors very similar to the jean. And it actually was a really good, amazing repairing job, to be honest. Okay, I want to show you what I'm doing here now. What I'm going to do here is going around the fabric that I just created, the hole around the fabric. You know what? We're going to do that. We're going to leave the guide down. I did say to you that the denim is all super stretchy. Okay, right, so that's one of my pieces. And now from now, I'm gonna start adding more pieces around. Let's get some more denim. This is the piece I was working with. Shall I attach it here? Or shall I attach it here or here? I like it like this. Let's put it here. I don't know how busy I'm going to be putting, how close I'm going to be putting these cottons together, but right now I'm feeling it. I always try to make as a straight line as possible, and then when I get to this kind of thing, I just chop off a little bit. I figured out what to do with all these little bits and pieces, so I'm going to put them away to do something with them. I will show you in a later time, a later project. Okay, so I quite like that. So let's carry on building the blog. I think I'm going to go darker. So I have 3 colors here, but I think I have black. I don't think, I know I have black. So I'm going to add it here. And I'm going to add it on a angle. Why? I genuinely don't know. Somebody explained to me that what I do is improv patchwork or improv piercing. So I guess that's what I do. Okay, let's chop off this little bit. Again, I have a project in mind for all these cute little bits and pieces. Right, I'm throwing them through the machine at the moment because I don't have any storage unit for that yet. Right, I like it. I think it's too much of the black, so I'm gonna cut it before the stitching so I can keep the stitching for something else. I can add it to something else, or maybe later on to this blog again. Right, so obviously now I have this thing here. I'm gonna put a bigger piece over here. And I like to put a lighter color, long enough. Oh, look at what I just found. This is what I like cutting the denim in. Like, I do lots of rectangles, I do a lot of stripes, I do a lot of kind of square pieces, but I also do a lot of just very weird pieces, because this weirdo is gonna come here and it's gonna make a nice side there. Let's see how I wanna put it. So if I stitch it like this, I wanna make sure that I somehow have that little corner here. I pick almost all of the side. And then, as I say to you, sorry machine, as I say to you, all those pieces go over there. I need to have one of these little bags that I made, a basket, to catch all of those pieces. Very soon I'm gonna have to start ironing it. Should have started already, but you know, it is what it is. I absolutely love this piece. Obviously the size of the patchwork is gonna determine what I'm gonna be making with it. If it's very, very big, like this one, is relatively big, the pieces, I will have to make like a bigger piece, or I can always do a bigger pieces, and whatever I have left, I stitch it all back together and do smaller pieces of whatever I'm gonna do. But yeah, you can see it's all very stretchy, so that also is gonna determine what sort of thing I'm gonna be making. Yeah, I'm just gonna carry on. It's kind of a log cabin kind of thing, because you kind of carry on going around. But I think I might have to now start stitching two pieces together to be able to put something else in here. Oh, I have a one big piece here. Look at how stretchy it is. It's crazy. Right. Will it fit there? Yeah, I kind of like it. Let's do that. So I just do this like this. And like that. Oh, if I do that, I take a lot of the black. Okay, let's stitch it from here. Yeah, I think I need to stitch something here first. Right. Let's do, see, I have another piece. I'm just gonna stitch it here. Now the question is, shall I just stitch it on top like that with a raw edge? Yes, that's the answer. I don't sweat it too much. I go by how it feels. Well, right now it feels fine. I did go forwards and backwards on this one, because this one somehow has to stay put on top of these two pieces. Okay, there we go. We have that piece there. Good morning. I generally don't know how to look presentable anymore. I have been getting wet. It's been tough the past couple of days. Every time I come to the shop, I'm like super wet. Anyway, this morning I filmed for my Cinco channel. I filmed a little bit of a tutorial. It wasn't quite a tutorial, it was just a how-to. I was making myself some hand warmers. They're not finished yet, that's why they're not here. But I'm really looking forward to have them. So anyway, if you're interested to see me crocheting some of it and then show you how to finish it, you can come to the second channel, Luz Upcycles more. In this next video, I'm going to be doing crochet the mittens, and I'm going to be showing you some of the most amazing pieces that I got for the shop. So yeah, if you're interested in that sort of thing, you can go to Luz Upcycles more. But today we are in the middle of this project. Look at all my lights. It is so dark in here. You know, it's 12:56. So it is actually midday and it's so dark and gloomy. I know it's mid-November, but it always shocks me how horrible the weather can be. Anyway, look at what I've done. Last time I filmed for this video for Luz Upcycles, I was making this fabric. Hold on, not this one. I don't know if you remember this lady. I started here and then I added a few more pieces. And then the piece was kind of getting bigger, so I put it away for a bit. Then I had, you know, this little window that I made here with a lovely flowers and blossoms. Okay, I think the light, obviously I put the light there for a reason. I think it's better. The floor makes a little bit of noise because we're trying to insulate it a little bit. This is very much like a shell, a very old building. So even though there is double glazing, it's not great. So we're trying to put temporary things to make it a bit warmer because it can get quite cold in here when I'm sewing and sitting down. It's pretty bad. You know, here I was showing you this window that we made on the first panel. We made this lovely window with the opening of the jeans. And then I realized that there were a few characters peeking out of the manga fabric. And I decided to put the eyes on this guy peeking out of a window again. I think it looks really, really cool. So I then carry on doing this piece. So I have this piece, and then last night I was working on this one. Oh yes, I was thinking, why is this hanging? I was working on this one. I was kind of cold and tired, and then I realized I wasn't sewing because the bobbin thread ran out. And so I wasn't sewing. So I put it down and I literally went home. That was like 5:30. It was cold and rainy, and then it was not fun. So I was actually having fun making the patchwork. I was not very happy that I have to leave it. This is part of this window here. You know, when I say to you, I use everything. This window here, remember we did it, and then I stitched it closer to the patch because the fabric behind was a little bit too long. I put too much fabric. Well, I used that little piece here. I cut the denim off, and I'm showing I don't know if you can see, this is the little bit of the patch. So now I'm gonna attach, once I finish this bit here, obviously this is what I was going for, I'll attach this piece here, and then I will put something on the top here. Now, I'm still making all these pieces. I don't have a lot left of the denim, believe it or not. And then I realized that I also wanted to use this denim fabric, so I've been adding some of them in here. But I generally thought I was going to be able to make a bigger piece of fabric, and it looks like I might not have such a big piece of fabric after all. I wanted to make maybe with some ugly fabric that I don't like. I might use it as a backing to give it a little bit of more of oomph. Especially in some of these panels that are very light compared to the denim. And I was thinking of maybe making some cute little pouches because I want to double down. So in my last video here, I show you my top 10 bestsellers. And to my surprise, pouches have not been the bestsellers at all. So I thought I'm going to double down because it's very intelligent. If something doesn't work, just do it again. And I'm thinking, I don't know, what if I make like a cute little collection of smaller pouches and bigger pouches of this kind of things that you can use like project, to keep your crochet projects, how you call it, project bags, to keep your crochet, your knitting. I'm back to crochet for the first time in a good couple of years, I'm going to have to say. And when the weather started getting like that, I just wanted to crochet. And now, of course, I'm actually doing two things. I'm knitting a scarf, a super simple 4x4 ribbing scarf, super simple, mindless, just going in the evenings like that. And also I'm doing the cute little hand warmers that hopefully you see in the next videos in here. But then obviously I don't have project bags. And I was thinking, what if I make these cute little, I don't know if they call rice bags, the Japanese rice bags, just to follow up with this theme of denim, kind of bordeaux, with this kind of fabric, just to follow the Japanese aesthetic. Maybe I could figure out how to make a rice bags. Either that, if it's too complicated to make, I need to watch a video. If it's too complicated to make, I might make some drawstrings with them. But today I need to carry on creating more fabric. I don't know if I will be able to. Oh, my! I don't know if you can see the light. My microphone is red, which means it's gonna die or it's dead. Anyway, let me switch it off. And I'm already been talking 8 minutes. I'll probably cut it off anyway. But yes, I might do that. I might do some patches or rice bags, Japanese rice bags, sacks. I think you are gonna know before I am gonna know, because it will be probably in the title of this video. So I've been thinking I might need to do this video in parts, because I do have quite a bit of fabric that I made. I was about to just stitch these 2 panels together right in the middle here. And to be perfectly honest, because I've done sporadically these patches sporadically, I'm creating a fabric that is, as you can see, this is just 2 panels. I have another 2 to stitch together. But I am creating a fabric that I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with it. I just wanted to use up all these patchwork pieces. I absolutely love it. I always love denim. I always love working with denim. But the question is, what shall I do with it? I think since my videos are getting longer and longer, I think I might leave. I have another piece in here, and then I had a little bit in here. I think I might do like a mini series about working with the scrap fabrics. And this will be the series episode 1, making the scraps. Because I actually would like to know your ideas. I would like to know what you would like to do with this kind of fabrics. I will give you an update of where I am at the moment with all of the fabric by the end of today. But this is the 3rd day working since I'm doing other stuff. And I still don't have an idea what I want to do with it. I keep on changing my mind. I watched a tutorial about the Japanese rice bags, and they look really interesting. But I wonder if it is quite far away from my stuff or my style. I do like the pouches, and I would like to give the pouches like an extra life. I would like to, since I'm spending so much time doing the patchwork, I would like for them to be unique and kind of, you know what I mean? I don't know. So I think I'm going to finish these panels and put it all together, and then I'm going to show you what I am. And hopefully you can give me ideas of what to do with it, because at the moment I'm not 100% sure what to. So I think this will be episode number 1 on the series, making the patchwork. So it is the end of the day, and I have created 2 big pieces of the patchwork. This is the first piece. I think it's really quite beautiful. I love it. And I just finished working on this one. I was working, let me see, this way. I was trying to make the longest piece of fabric on this one. I love making the little windows. I have this little, I think it's the lucky cat, or it's like a little fox eating ramen. It's super cute. So anyway, I love these pieces of fabric. You know me, if you watch any of my videos, you know I love this random piece of weird patchwork that I make. Now, I really wanted to be able to stitch these 2 together. I need to put some more at the bottom so I can actually use more of the fabric. It is quite a big piece of fabric, and I absolutely love all the bit and pieces that I've done. The little windows, yeah, I love it. But as I say to you in the previous clip, I'm finding it really difficult to figure out what I want to do with it. The thing is though, because it's stretchy, I could possibly work some kind of panel for a sleeve for a hoodie or a jacket or something like that. It will have to be backed up because the cotton, as I say, the little windows are very light. But other than that, I think it's amazing. I've been trying to chop the pieces as I go to clear up the back, but obviously it's not serged. And some of the lines ain't perfectly straight, but I don't really sweat it too much because it's going to be backed up and probably quilted. That's what I have an idea. So this is episode 1 of making fabric from items that were totally discarded by the customers and by myself, I guess, in the shop. So converting fabric into scraps and then using the scraps again. I'm really, really pleased with the pieces of fabrics I've created. I think they are gorgeous. What shall I do with it though? The ball back to you. Let me know what you think I should do with it, and I will try my best to collect all the comments and see what we can do. Don't forget Luz Upcycles more if you want to see more of the stuff I'm making, the crochet and the shop and the items I got for the shop. I got some amazing items for the shop, and some of them are like 100% cashmere. You might want to go and see that one. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know what you think. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.